Shalom, brother Thawalai. Just on my spirit to bring out a lesson, on how brothers should conduct themselves. That growth is mandatory in this walk, and that men should, when men are dealing with you, when men stand beside you, when men are in the trenches with you, there's levels that must be maintained and kept and reached, maintained, kept, and always understood. So before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha Kodash, and double honors as always to the apostles, elders, and bishops, the men of great millstone. Peace and blessings to the house of David, the 144, the 144,000, the hopeful elect, and the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth of the hopeful elect. I want to say shalom unto you. So, hey, this lesson is mostly going to be entitled, learning to police yourself. How to deal with your brothers, how to maintain, how to do the things that are necessary. It's not going to be a long lesson, but we can show that the edification is brought forward. So I'm going to begin this lessons in Romans 12. We're going to go straight to the point in verse 17, and it reads, recompense to no man evil for evil. So if somebody slights you, if somebody does something wrong, if somebody is not being honest with you and doing the things that are necessary, you don't bring yourself to their level. You raise above their level. And you as always, you call upon Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to provide you with knowledge and wisdom on how to deal with these situations. But nevertheless, you do not stoop to whatever level they have fallen to. You rise up, you walk, and you stand as a man. It says, provide things honest in the sight of all men. And honesty in this walk is key. When men stand on the line with you, when men are out there with you, when men are putting their lives in your hands, there has to be a level of trust. There has to be a level of honesty. There has to be a level of respect. If you profess to love someone, you damn sure don't lie on them and don't lie to them. And you keep it real, so to speak. And I don't mean as the world says keep it real, but I mean keep it real according to this word, according to these scriptures, according to the levels that you should grow in this walk. See, this isn't Christianity where you come as you are and stay as you are. This walk is returning to a heritage, is returning to a lifestyle, is returning to the laws, statutes, and commandments that were bestowed upon us to make us a set apart people. And how you conduct yourself with your fellow man is important in this walk. And honesty is part of that walk. Honesty is part of being a man. So like I said, this isn't going to be a long lesson. Just to the point. This is 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 2. And it reads, but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness. nor handling the word of the Most High deceitfully. That's trying to use the Most High's word to get what you want, to build yourself up, to gain things of this world. But by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of the Almighty. And you have to walk upright, man. It's mandatory. It's mandatory in this walk, man. If this truth doesn't compel you to walk upright, to do things differently than you did in the world, to consider, to things just differently, man. To walk in honesty, to walk in the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. If this truth doesn't compel you to do that, then you need to reevaluate. You need to check yourself. You need to police yourself. You need to ask Yahweh Shem Yahushai what it is that you need to do to change the pattern that you're living, to make the adjustments necessary to walk honestly, to walk upright, to walk in this truth. And we know, that you're not always going to be perfect, but we strive for perfection. You know, and like I said, we understand that, hey, and this is why we need Yahweh. We need Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We need that mercy, that grace, that man, that understanding from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because we may strive for perfection, but in this world, in this life, in this time, perfection is a battle that we don't win always. This is Romans 7:19, and it reads, "For the good that I would, I do not, but the evil which I would not, that I do." So even the apostles, hey, they strove for perfection. They would do good. But in this flesh, you're going to do, we're not always going to be perfect, but striving for it, you know, not repeating the same thing over and over and over and acting like men should continuously need to, come down to that level, but that you should rise up. You should strive to control aspects of your life, you know. In other words, the same mistake should not be made over and over. The same deeds, wicked deeds, should not continue. Mistakes, yeah, they're made. Accidents happen, but to continually to do the same thing and expect, hey, expect men to just keep continuing to tolerate things. That's not how it is, man. There's no growth in that, and you find yourself separated from the body. If there's if there's a sickness, it gets cut out. I can't think of that scripture at the moment, but hey, it's just, hey, brothers need to learn to walk in more circumspect. Growing in honesty, growing in the spirit, growing in the knowledge. Living this word. That was our elders and our the men's problem in the past. They knew this word, they knew how to push it word, but they didn't know how to live this word. They didn't know how to conduct themselves accordingly. They could push the word on you, they could push many heavy weights, but they didn't know how to live it themselves. And now is the time when we must really strive to live this that we teach. If you teach this word, then you should be attempting your best to live it. This is Ephesians 4:29, and it reads, "Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth." And this is corrupt.
Strong's G 4550. Sapras. Sapras.
Sapras. Rotten, putrefied, corrupted by one and no longer fit for use, worn out, of poor quality, bad, unfit for use, worthless. Let no worthless communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. Hey, even and of utmost importance is when you bringing these scriptures out, when you're supposedly teaching. Hey man, you have to be on point with this thing. You just more, man. We see the end result of these preachers and these so-called theologians. We see the end result of what they've done, and you can see it in their fruits, man. A man may be known by his fruits. Well, if you look at the fruits of Christianity, man, it speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. I'm going to jump to 31, and it reads, "Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor
Strong's G 2906. Krauge. Krauge.
krauge, a crying, outcry, clamor." And it's just useless speech, man. Just talking to be talking, talking to hear yourself speak. Let me talk, let me speak, let me say something. Clamorous, you know, quick to say something that's, incorrect. We're going to get this evil speaking as well.
Strong's G 988. Blasphemia. Blasphemia.
Blasphemia, slander, distraction, speech injurious to another's good name, impious and reproachful speech, injurious to divine majesty. This speech injurious to another's good name. Brothers need to, man, man. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. We're going to get that malice.
Strong's G 2549. Kakia.
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 Malignity, malice, ill will, desire to injure, wickedness, depravity, wickedness that is not ashamed to break laws, evil, trouble. So, hey, it has to be cut off. Has to be cut off. Has to be cut out, removed. If men don't want to do the right thing, it has to be removed, lest it infest the whole body. So, hey, it's just a way that you have to walk when you come into this faith. It's not this ain't Christianity. You know, this ain't Christianity, and I want to make another lesson hopefully this week. If you believe in the Bible, then you don't believe in Christianity, and if you believe in Christianity, you don't believe in the Bible. One doesn't accommodate the other. This modern Christianity, it's far removed from the scriptures, as well as the scriptures is far removed from modern Christianity. But that's another lesson. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to make this lesson long, just straight to the point. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, and it reads, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High." When you fear the Most High, you ain't doing certain things, and you're considering all things before you just do things. because judgment can come quick and swiftly when you're dealing with the Most High. And now that the doors of mercy are closing, hey man, playing around, you can get your judgment immediately. Immediately. So it says, let us hear the conclusion. What does it all mean? What's the conclusion? Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. Hey, police yourself. Consider things when you get ready to do stuff. Hey, consider it. Consider it. Think about it. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory once again to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahahakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders, the bishops, the men of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the house of David, to the 144,000, the hopeful elect, and the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth of the hopeful elect. I want to say shalom unto you. Shalom.